I'm back. Shortly after I finished the last video, the mail came. So I thought I would open up the box and share with you the yarn and what my intended projects are for the yarn. I know it seems like I buy a lot of yarn, and I kind of do, but I'm kind of going to stop because I promised I would stop because the house is full of yarn. So there may not be many more yarn packages coming in. But one thing about Eat Sleep Knit, they have the Yarnathon, and you've heard me talk about that, or you've read me talking about it on the blog. And they have little scratch-off tickets that there's probably some in here. When the package comes, I always open it, and I'm very quick to throw away the evidence, the receipts and all that. But sometimes I accidentally throw away my little scratch-off tickets. But these are your little Yarn Lotto cards, and you get one or two of these depending on what level you're at with the Yarnathon. And you scratch them off, and then you send them in. And like, you can get tote bags. In this order, I had 3 tote bags. And I love these tote bags. They're great for going to the grocery store. You can put your yarn in them. You can put your projects in them. Whenever I go to Missouri, half the time my clothes are packed in these little bags. And then you scratch them off, and sometimes you get $5 off, $5 credit, store credit. You have to save these and send them back. Sometimes it's 20. I've heard of people getting 50, maybe even 100. I don't know. I never seem to get more than 5. Every now and then I get a 10. And then there's also a nice little package of Smarties or a Dum Dum Sucker. And these I used to eat, but now they all go to Addie. So here's the yarn that I have unpacked today. This is yarn that I bought to make Fabulosity. And I'm not sure now that I really like these 4 colors together. I'll have to think about it. But there's also a badge. It's called Cross Contamination, and if you use more than 3 dyers, 3 or more, then you can get the badge for that, and that's like 20 points or 10 points, and the points add up, and you get prizes for that. So this is Malabrigo sock yarn, and the color is lettuce, and I love that color. And then this is Hedgehog Fibers sock, and this is, it's purple, but it's called Purple Rain, and I like that color. This one doesn't really float my boat. This is Lilac, and it's Sweet Georgia. I love Sweet Georgia yarn, but I'm not sure that color does anything for this project, but we'll see. And then this is Madelinetosh Twist Light, which is one of my favorite sock yarns, even though I don't like that Madelinetosh will not put the weight on their skeins. And the color is Farmhouse White, which is just an excellent color to go with so many things. It can look gray if it's with gray. It can kind of look tan if it's with tans. I really like that color. And sometimes it's kind of hard to get. Then, let's see what else we've got here. This is String Theory Colorworks, and it's striped. And she calls it something about mathematical. I guess she has some formula for making these stripes come out just so perfect, and they do come out so perfect. And on each skein, I don't know if you can read it, she says the stripe pattern, like this one is 6 rows of pink orchids, 6 rows of white, 6 rows of black, 6 rows of gold, and 6 rows of gray. And that, of course, is based on some formula of gauge. Because if I was using this to make a sweater, of course, I would not get 6 rows of anything. And this color is Cassini. And with each of her skeins, she gives you a stitch marker. And this, I thought this one would be really good for Addie. I think she'll like that color. And this one is called Enterprise. And you can see the stitch marker there. And this one has purple and green, so of course I like it. Look, it's almost the same as these colors. It's got purple, it's got lavender, it has green, and instead of white, it kind of has a pink. Maybe that'll work. And the stitch marker here is a pretty marbly green. This is the same yarn that I used to make these socks. And these probably had 6 orange, 6 rows of red, 6 rows of purple, 6 rows of blue, 6 rows of green, 6 rows of yellow, and then 3 rows of gray. And because of the pattern, they didn't come out, you know, in straight rows like normally you would see. And then I just used a black for the heels, toe, and cuff. And this was fingering weight, and this is sport weight. I like sport weight a little better for socks for Addie. So that is that. seems like a lot of boxes for not a whole lot of yarn. Or maybe I should say a lot of credit card bill for not a whole lot of yarn. And the plan is that this is going to be my fade, my Comfort Fade cardie. And this is called Farmhouse something. Farm Twist. And this is Madeline Tosh, and it is a yarn I've never used, but people really seem to like it. It's a DK weight yarn. Okay. And so this would be my light, and then this, and then this, and then this. Oh, wait, I guess you can't see. So it would be like this. So it might work. And this color is Horn. And there are more in there. That's not all there is because it's going to be a whole long sleeve cardigan. This is Patagonia. I've used this in a project before and I like it. I like it a lot. Can you see it kind of has some yellow in there, and then it has the green and the blue, of course. This one is called Jaded Dreams, and it has some browns and some greens. And then this one, which I shouldn't like, but I do, is called Snake. We don't have green snakes too much around here. We have rattlesnakes and chicken snakes. But see, those colors go nicely together. And I think this kind of transitions into there because there's some green in that. So anyway, that will be my Comfort Fade cardie, I hope. And I think that's all for today, folks. Yep, that's it. I thought I picked up my green blanket, but I didn't. Okay, yes, that's it.